Hey, good evening, everybody. Good evening, oh, welcome, my people. It's been a long time, oh. It's been a long time. I've been so busy. So this evening, I said since it's Friday, let me try. You're welcome. I hope you are hearing me and seeing me. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. It's been a while. Good evening, Uzo. I greet you. Good evening. Good evening, my people. I've been so busy. I couldn't come online. Even right now, I'm very tired, but I said since it's Friday, at least I can sleep into the morning. So, let me do it. Let me come live again. I greet you all. I don't know. I just realized I was trying to talk about this thing the last time, but I didn't really have the time because I was just on my break. I said, let me quickly get into that topic and just talk about it. So I think it's worth talking about actually, Ijele and the issue of one Nigeria. Right now, everybody know that um Ijele is in detention. And as a matter of fact, somebody was writing in the comment section that they contributed money and to me, and I've used like that. Have used the money. I say, see me see trouble, see me see trouble. Hey, like, is this the word that they are saying on the street that they have contributed money to me and the money is nowhere? I'm coming to social media to be talking show. Yeah, you know me, I don't also have much information because I'm not the someone that is in detention, and he's not having access to his own telephone, and I think the conversation he has is limited with his own family members, and until I get to hear about it, right? It's not as if I'm inside there. Yeah, I stand in solidarity with him, because of I know where the persecution is coming from per se. Of course, you can always say, yeah, the one he said, the way he said it, he didn't say it well, right? I don't have any problem for that. But what I'm asking is, I keep asking what it is that he did, that it is what is wrong. What is the penalty for it? You know, if you said that, yeah, he insulted, he how will I put it? He threatened, um, he rub his name on the ground and all those kind of a thing. Yeah, like, yeah, he said it the way he's not supposed to say it. He printed banner. Okay, yes. So what is the penalty for it? That's just it. And yeah, that good evening, I greet you. That somebody is able to actually take advantage of the corrupt system in Nigeria. I'm able to detain somebody indefinitely. That tells you a lot about the state of the Nigerian judiciary. And as long as the Nigerian judiciary is in that way, Nigeria is not really going anywhere because the bedrock of all society is law. If there is no legality, like even here, if you do something wrong, you pay a fine. If you s- if, like if you violate somebody's data, there's a penalty for it. Yeah, I'm never saying do not penalize him. I'm never saying, yeah, what he said and the way he said it, exactly is the perfect thing to say or is the perfect way to say it. You guys, most of these things we say it here, we take it with humor and all those kind of a thing, but everyone to his own, the way they go about their business. But at the end of the day, the bottom line is, what is the crime? Like, what is the penalty, right? Like, if you say, if someone buys somebody, what is the penalty for that? If you say, oh, it's death, like you buy somebody, you must obumaga or lanama, like you buy somebody, you have to go the same way or by hanging, something like that. Okay, fine. Okay, if you say someone insulted somebody and threatened the person, he has not done it. Like, it's word of mouth. Yeah, fine. It's a direct threat. He say, okay, even though I can say he was responding to those people that were, he was responding to the people who came to troll him. He was really responding to them. And that even at that, you cannot excuse it, say he did not say it, he said it, right? But then what is the penalty for it? Is the penalty for it indefinite detention? Most of all the people say yes, he will die there. He Most of them, they have threatened, even me myself, they have threatened so many people. They are insulting President Tinubu, but they are insulting everybody, insulting. President Tinubu even have more power than the pastor, like as in the whole country, he could just make a call. But people are insulting his person, using him to do caricature, like, using his image to do skits, and people laugh about it, in derogatory manners, going to a town hall, bala blue, bulaba, all those kind of a thing. Yeah, so what is the penalty for it? Good evening. Good evening, Herbert. I greet you. G. Simon, I greet you. Henry Chimeze, you're welcome. Hillary, I greet you. Good evening. I greet you, my people. You're welcome. So, I want us to talk about this matter of Ijele and one Nigeria that he stood for has disappointed him. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to say it's not true. It's true. The one Nigeria that Ijele is fighting for has disappointed him. Yeah. In a way, yeah, right. He believes so much in the one Nigeria, and he said, yeah, one Nigeria. Yeah, I'm going somewhere. Like, let's start on this premise. Okay, Ijele, you stand for one Nigeria. They say let's go to our own country in the southeast. Let's break away from Nigeria. You say no, you stand with one Nigeria. When it comes down to it, now where is that one Nigeria to save you? Right? Right. Okay. At the fundament of it, that is the argument. Okay. Now, who is in that one Nigeria that is doing that thing? The case Ijele have is with Ebuka Obi and this Daddy Hezekiah. They are both Igbo preachers. Yeah. And you guys, I don't know if you people followed Ijele when he was dragging Jeremiah or Moto Fufenya, like he was dragging him. Ijele have also dragged Apostle Sule Momo, he has dragged him. Like, you guys, now, like myself, I was like, this thing don't ot for you now, waiting this up, right? He was dragging him, like he was almost making it a personal issue at that time. He dragged this Jeremiah Fufunye, you know, the same Nigeria. He dragged them on social media, especially when that case of Timothy. You remember that lady that said they went to Jeremiah's church and there was a child involved. His name was Timothy. You guys remember? Ijele dragged on Moto Fufunye so much and nothing happened. And I don't even think whatever he said about Fufunye is up to what he's talking about Ebukobi. But the same person that will say, oh, Nigeria is not good, is very quick to utilize the instruments that make Nigeria bad, right? The legal system that make Nigeria bad, right? The corruption that is undescribable, that you can say this is what makes Nigeria really bad, and you went and take advantage of it. I don't know who is to blame now. You be the judge. Like, for me, I've already said it. First of all, never be a patriot. Never say you believe that Nigeria could be better. As long as there's no legal system in Nigeria, Nigeria can never be better. As long as somebody can sit down and determine how long somebody can stay in detention, and determine, legal framework of how somebody can be persecuted using state institution. There is something different, like when you go and hire thugs and go and, do some kind of private arrangement. It's different. But when you are using government, law enforcement, Nigerian police, Nigerian judges, Nigerian justice, Nigerian courts, to do illegality and corruption to this extent, I don't see the hope. Oh, eh? Honestly, I'm sorry. Eh? That's why I came up to that conclusion that never you be a patriot and say and believe that something good is coming. How? Where is it gonna come? Yeah. And another thing I said, never you go and be saying, like anybody is fighting Nigerian government, you go and say you want to stop the person from fighting Nigerian government. Why would you want to do that? Don't do that, because it's not the wise thing to do. And this is a lesson that I'm learning. I think I need to pull out that post, and so we can read it together. What lifelong lessons. Yeah, our brother is saying that Ijele's legal team is ineffective. Yeah, I will say that also, because first of all, the very first place, like I'm like, are you sure? Like, I don't know. We are still talking about the one Ijele talk. Maybe I no go talk my own. Me I no go enter problem. Abeg o. Babalawo mo wa bebe. Aru bebe. Na beg I dey beg. Mo na no kill me o. Now the same thing we dey talk. So they struck out that case that day. Yeah. And instead of him to release the bail paper so that they go and release him from prison, he transferred it to another magistrate, a lawyer that know his work, a lawyer that know, I don't know some things, a lawyer that know his work cannot allow that to lie. He's going to go to a higher court. He cannot allow something like that and be doing. So I have a lot of abeg no put words for my mouth, because the thing, if I dey think am, e dey burst my brain. A lawyer wey know im work, you cannot sit down and be looking. He did not take any action. Even he cannot even restrain police from arresting him. Greetings, Michael. Yeah. So I don't know what kind of representation is that. Somebody struck out a case that it is above his jurisdiction as a magistrate and transfer it to another magistrate, and you are there, his lawyer, you are looking for so long, a period of time that it took Ebukobi's lawyer to go and arrange a judge to write another ex parte and motion, whatever they are doing. Like, you were just there saying you are doing something. Like, guy, what exactly are you doing? And you ask concrete questions, say, what are you doing exactly? They get offended. Like, why are you asking? They refuse to communicate, right? So what are we going to do? We are not the legal team. We are not there. Huh? We are not the legal team. We are not there. How can a magistrate strike out a case and say it is above the case that a magistrate can handle and transfer it to another magistrate? Yeah, that is already a perversion of justice. And if you are a lawyer that you know your work, you are supposed to address that there. The next time you are going to go to court, you are going to seek a redress. Yeah, they never did anything to that effect. They were just sitting and waiting and waiting. Now, waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And then they got a judge to sign documents that they will transfer him from Abuja to Lagos, and he has a lawyer. So, the thing is, it's not adding up. How can you have a lawyer? You have a lawyer, a lawyer that is representing you, and a magistrate. First of all, the illegality is already from the magistrate. If you strike out a case as a magistrate of the Nigerian judiciary already, first of all, as a magistrate, if that case come to you, you already see that this is a civil case. This is not my judiciary. This is not what I am supposed to do. This case is not for my level, right? You are not supposed to even take the case up and sit on it, and you are not attending to it, and you understand, like all those GBT they did. First of all, he never saw Ijele. He just wrote that motion and started. They put him in prison. All those. He never saw him. And if when he's supposed to come, he say he was sick. When he came again, they said they were fighting. He's afraid. Something like that. You know, they were just, and all this time he knew that this case was beyond his jurisdiction. And then that day he came, they read the case, and he said he's going to come back and read the judgment. And the day he came and read the judgment, he now said he struck out the case. Okay, bring the paper that you have struck out the case so that they'll go to the cell, detention center, and bring him out. He refused. Next thing we heard that they have transferred it to another judge. The magistrate did not see Ijele. He never sat in her court. Wrote another prison remand, elongating the one already on hold. Another magistrate. And online they were saying, oh, the thing has gone to a higher court. Meanwhile, that thing never went to a high court in Abuja. So you, as Ijele's lawyer, what did you do? What role did you play in all these things? So if you ask direct question, they get offended. Yeah? I don't know. I don't know, my brother. I don't know. So, and what I'm thinking right now is that the lawyer that Ijele have, their mind is not able to get to the place of who they are dealing with. Like, it's like somebody is playing a game and you are trying to catch up. You understand? It's like they cannot, they are, I don't know how to put it. Like, I feel like their mind is incapable of comprehending the extent of the person, that, like, maybe they are underestimating who they are dealing with. That's what I think. I think that Ijele's legal team, they don't even know what they are up against. Like, they think is they are just, you understand now. Like joke, we will be on this we will hear that Ijele have died. I'm telling you, the way these people are going about this thing, there is a mess. It's a mess, honestly. Like, they are not even communicating. What kind of thing is that? Me, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, but from a layman's perspective, what I'm seeing, like, it's not making sense. I want to make some kind of logical conclusion about it, but it's not adding up to me, right? So I feel like, as a lawyer, you don't only react, you also act. You attack. You don't only wait and say, oh, he did like this, you now go and do like this. He did like this. You were there. You had all the premise to act, to be proactive. You were sitting around until they went and bring a paper from a judge and take it to Abuja, to take it to Abuja. But you had the leverage. You were there. You're supposed to do something. You are supposed to go to the court. The court is there in Abuja. The judge decided, well, you can go there and say, look at what is going on. How can a magistrate transfer a case that he said is above his jurisdiction to another magistrate, and you are looking more? That is how they took him from there to Lagos. No? And now they're in Lagos, the same thing. They are when someone is ahead of you, like somebody is thinking ahead, like you are not able to, like, your mind is not able to capture what is even going on. You go there, they do, you go, they shock you, he's shocking, that kind of a thing. Yeah, that's that's where the failure of the Nigerian state comes in. It's extremely corrupt. You cannot do something like that here. You cannot, you don't even know what you are dealing on. Now they already get, so they have judges, and now, for example, since they are doing this thing, Ijele's team have only been reacting. They will go to this judge and bring a paper, you will be running around to react. For example, that they already wrote a bail request, and when they got to case that court that day, they changed the charges in court that day. And that changing, they changed it, invalidated the bail preparation they came with. So they have to make an oral application, and the judge say no, he's not accepting it. Are you getting me? Like, so they have not been able to act ahead of them. Like, they are just slow and behind. It's like you are going to say, now here, you say, okay, now here, now you go come. Oh, when they get there, they say, ah, no, the thing have moved to the other. They are just reacting and following, you know. And so the people that are dealing with Ijele have the upper hand, because they have people whose mind have already cooked up all the, you know, it's like an octopus has different hand and hair every corner. They have judges, police, you understand? Everybody, prison warders, prison superintendents and registrar that are there doing their bidding. Like, so they have people everywhere. And these ones are just reacting. They have not even gone forward before to go to any judge and place the case before them. They have not even gone, like, taking it up to where it matters. You're just reacting. They will just go and meet one judge. The judge will write a paper. You will not be dancing around that paper until when that paper is about to do, they'll go to another judge. You will still be dancing around that one. What kind of child's play is that? Like, I don't get it. How can people... So that's not judiciary again. So that's why I'm just saying judiciary. Yeah, it's a joke. It's a bunch of joke. It's a joke. And let me tell you guys, when the judiciary is not, like, you know, me personally, I've always said it, that the Nigerian judiciary is the problem of Nigeria. Because there's lawlessness. Like, one of the things that stop people from committing crime in Germany, let me use Germany for example, is because you cannot commit a crime and go free. You cannot break the rule and go free. There's no excuse. Like, Nigeria is a place where people even murder somebody and people will be explaining and blaming the victim and giving reasons, something like that. So once there is corruption in the judicial, in the law enforcement system, the country is an implosion awaiting to happen. Like, it's something I already know, that, like, you don't have to bother. Like, if it goes on like that, it's going to implode on itself, because there is no pillar. Like, normally law is the foundation that holds anything. It's like the pillar, you know. And just like the Bible said, that if the foundation is destroyed, what can the righteous do? The foundation is destroyed, nothing is standing, right? So there's no legality. That's where anybody can wake up and just do whatever they want to do. And anybody can wake up, like, for example, a judge, like America, they went to copy this legal system. America don't do like that. A judge don't just sit down and write motion ex parte for somebody they have not seen, that is not a danger to the society, all those kind of, you know, all these things that they are doing, and to intimidate and to persecute, right? That's the interesting part. So yeah. Yeah, exactly. So it's the failure, and also it's their henchmen. You know, for example, here in Germany, like in Germany here now, there was a coup. There was a coup. I think in the 2 years ago there was a coup, and the coup was supposed to topple this current German government and bring in a kingdom, like a king. So one of the descendants of the last king was also slated to, like, you know, he's already like standing and waiting to be handed over the state, like Ein Reich, a kingdom. They wanted it to go back to kingdom, because, you know, they feel like these politicians, they are running the country to the ground. They are letting Muslims, immigrant, blacks, all this kind of a thing. And yeah, they just have no faith in this current political system and government. And so there was a coup. You know, a coup is like they want to push these politicians away and represent them with their own. There were top military personnel involved in the coup that happened here in this Germany just late 2002. That was when they busted it. And there were top judges, like federal government judges, like, you know, top government officials, top military officials, and the elite to say, German elites that were involved in that, not to talk of all the thousands and millions of all these foot soldiers and stuff like that. So when the thing was at I don't know how long they trailed them, but when it was getting to a head, the German police has to step in and stopped the coup. Like if you see the way they were like you're using something like parachute coming down from aeroplane. It was crazy, right? So at the end of the day, they arrested most of the leading top officials who were involved in that coup. And at the end of the day, they are still in prosecution now. I think they even went to court some like two weeks ago, right? So they have arrested everybody that know anything, anybody like like it's an anti-state. It's not something that you joke with. So any position you are in and you are found that you have anything to do with it, they have arrested. And they didn't go for the minions like the sheeple. They went for the leaders. They went for the judges, they went for the military officials, they went for the real elite, that kind of the children, Germany used to be a kingdom with king and queen. So they still have the lineage of the kings and the monarchy. They still have the lineage, even though they are not ruling, but they are still in some kind of affluence and power. So you can know them from their names. You understand their surname. There's a way their surname sound that you will just know. Like this military, this woman that is representing Germany in the EU, she's from one of those royal houses. You will say von der Leyen. So you say instead of to call her name, they'll say von. She's from this lineage, so they'll call von der Leyen. That's how you know that this one is from an elite family. So they were going after them, and they have arrested every one of them. So you cannot be doing, here to be a civil servant is something very highly respectable. Like it's like you're a civil servant, be armed. That's what they call it. Like you are a part of the government. You are there. Like you are like for the government completely. There is on quite like like zombie for way of being for the pro government. If you are Beamte, like you are police, you are even some teachers, they make some teachers, some civil servants, once they make you that Beamte, like you are a civil servant, you can never go against the state in any form. Even if everybody are protesting, you are not supposed to protest, you are supposed to uphold the state. But that's not what we are seeing in Nigeria. So the Nigerian state on its own is going to implode. So because, for example, look at what is going on in the north. Nigerian civil servant in the military, in the police, in the federal civil service, they are the ones allowing all the carnage that have gone on in the north, Boko Haram. Like today, I saw a video some bandits that they pied in the people that gave information out about bandits in Yobe, that they pied many of more than 80 people. They were going to put them in the ground today. So it's the Nigerian civil servants, people who are in government offices, people who are in the law like in the legislative, that are supporting all these anti-state activities while they are still members of the state, and the state cannot do anything about it. So it's an implosion waiting to happen. It's going to happen eventually. Good evening. It's going to happen. Police and judiciary is the same thing. Thank you. Ijele's case requires a firebrand lawyer that will think ahead, not the one that will be reacting. Say, my mama say, oh, you can't say now like this. They say, okay, they can't read there now, they can't talk say now like this again. No, it requires a lawyer that will think ahead, like, that kind of, what are all the other threats? What else? What else can happen? What is the worst case scenario? Like, you need to think ahead. But unfortunately, we don't have that. And if you ask them questions, they are irritated. They don't want to. They feel like you are attacking their professionality, whatever. I don't know. Like, what do they do? Somebody that you are representing is in jail for 6 months and counting over a civil matter, 2 fighting. You say, I say, nobody die, no money lost. What do they do? Yeah, so unfortunately, this is the case he has to bear. And I think for me, like, if the whole thing is taking a course, eventually they will leave him. But it's just that he's not well, his health. That's where my problem is. Like, anything that has to do with health, and especially internal organs, kidney, liver, heart, and there's a problem there, and you don't have the free access to medical facility to go and check that, and the prison officials are inhibiting that process, right? So that's the problem. So yeah, on the one hand, you have to give it to them that yes, One Nigeria failed the Ijele. Yeah. So the lesson there is always support non-state actors. Support anybody that take up arms against Nigeria. That's what the Nigerian government is telling us, right? That's what the Nigerian judiciary, like those judges, those magistrates that are right, that are doing all this thing, writing production warrant, writing motion ex parte. What you are telling us is that if we see the same civil service you are benefiting from, because when you are talking about One Nigeria now, Ijele is not a participant of that One Nigeria, in the sense that Ijele is not employed by One Nigeria. Ijele is not a civil servant. Ijele is not taking any salary on a monthly basis from Nigerian states. Ijele is not a police. Ijele is not a judge. Ijele is not, I don't know, like he's not a lawmaker. He's not profiting from Nigeria per se. But the people who are profiting from the state of Nigeria, like the magistrate, Iyana, Amanwachi, and this one, I've forgotten his name now, in Lagos, right? And this other one in Awka now. These judges, their livelihood, whoever they are, is because of the Nigerian state. So how they are representing Nigeria and what they stand for in the course of their dispensing their duty is the message that they are sending to us, that we should not support One Nigeria, because at the end, when it comes down to it, the same people who are benefiting from One Nigeria, for example, if not for Nigeria, Yana will not be a judge. Chioma Amanwachi will not be a judge. Please remind me of the judge in Lagos. He's not going to be a judge. The one in Awka is not going to be a judge. They are only judges because there is somewhere existing as a Nigeria, and they are part of that system. They take home their salaries, they get all their emoluments, they get all their allowances off on the state of Nigeria. But from the dispensation of their duties within the Nigeria system, they are teaching ordinary people that if you see anybody support talking about burn down Nigeria, break down the orders, fire police, support those kind of people, because that is what is the desirable thing to do. That is what is the wise thing to do. That's the message they are sending to us. That's the message that they are sending, and they don't know it. That's the message that they are sending. So we get the message, and yeah, like I said, Ijele is not a civil servant. Ijele is not receiving salary on the basis of Nigeria. He's a private citizen. But when you accuse him that Nigeria did this, Nigeria that, there are other people who are lawmakers. They are the ones benefiting from Nigeria. They are the ones taking home salary every month from Nigeria, not Ijele. Ijele did not earn any money from Nigeria. Yeah. And so what put him in that trouble is thinking that he sees something that is truth, and he's trying to tell them, say, no, there's no road there. This is not true. This is a lie. So, the life lesson there is, if you see something that you think is not true, never say it. Go with the majority, right? Yeah, because that's how African societies will continue to be in that sheeple state of mind, because you cannot entertain a divergence, And so once you cannot entertain a divergent view, so let everybody, either you keep quiet or you go with the majority. So that's the lesson. And then another thing is, if you see people like Kanu, in fact, I even have a video of Prime Minister. Let me play a little clip of it.
If you know that you have anybody there, pick up your phone, do whatever you can. If they are sleeping.
So he's talking here and saying that anybody that have anybody in Olu, something like that, that the person somewhere he hear like that place is going, there's some action that is going there. So we support them now, right? So whatever they want to do, yeah, we support them, right? Because why would you put your life in jail, in jeopardy?
Because
it's a call them.
5 o'clock tomorrow or 5 o'clock this morning, just in the next few hours, Ihiala. Boundary between Ihiala.
Are you hearing it? Boundary between Ihiala and Olu.
That place will be sheltered tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just in the next 5 hours.
Right on.
So
yes. So now so we want to
pick up your phone.
Yeah. So they are telling us, say, support them, down with Nigeria, anything Nigeria, down with it. Let's support Isonyo. If it is anyone that is in your area, like yeah, like those ones that went to try to report to police in Yobe State and say, we know the location of these people who are terrorizing our region, and they paid the ultimate price for it. So what is the point, right? So support the bandits, support the Boko Haram, support anybody, like, because if they cannot hold it upright, then there's no need anybody say, oh no, support them with my full chest. So in fact, as I am now on my way to Zion, nothing can stop me. I'm already almost in Zion. It's just that now that I say they look me. So yeah, do not try to say, pontificate or try to be reasonable. No, encourage anybody that is sick, say, go to the hospital, go to this person, go to this other. If even like there's a post I made, I shared this post. I was even saying I was going to ask the question, is it possible, right? But that whatever, it is possible, it is so. Okay, fine. Go to the church, go for your miracle. Don't go to the hospital. Hospital is bad, yeah, follow what the majority are talking about, or what the majority believe in. Follow that one. And then when it comes to politics, don't carry it on your head. Be neutral. Be neutral, absolutely neutral. Don't carry political matter on your head. Don't carry any candidate palaver on your head, because they will be enjoying by themselves. Oh, they don't know you, you don't know them. The abandonment is real, right? So don't carry anybody. But like me personally, I've known this one right from ages. Like I am never partisan, because I know they cry for person wey in papa and in children they are alive, right? So yeah, I can, if I feel like I want to support a candidate, but I can do it like, I don't know. I like to be centric. Like I like to be on the center, because it helps me to see everything clearly, right? Because at the end of the day, whoever gets to power is government is not easy, right? So at the end of the day, that person will not live up to your expectation, and you will be forced to be defending the indefensible. I don't want to be in that kind of situation where I will just carry on my level as in, yeah. I can say, well, from what I know today, from the information available, this is it, but that's it, you know. Yeah, so never. That's the lesson I've learned. So because of what has happened to Ijele, I say, if you are still there thinking that that you want to gain anything by trying to say anything good is going to happen, oh, because I've never seen that kind of a thing before, like something that is so clear. And then again, like I said, you can say, okay, it's Nigeria, right? But at the core of it is Ndibo that feel Ijele has hurt them. Yeah. And those Ndibo that are in Nigerian government employment, not Ijele. They are the ones that are being used as instruments of persecution. Again, I'm saying this that, yeah, they are Ndibo, but still the state of Nigeria gave them that room and leverage to operate from, right? But at the core of it is that they are the one doing it. So they put it back to one Nigeria, on like say, oh, one Nigeria, but you are the one doing it inside one Nigeria. So it's almost like asking the question like, so if they remove you from that office, will you be able to do that? Will you have the opportunity to do that kind of illegal and perversion of justice? Like, assuming you were not there, like, yeah, Nigeria is not working and a lot of the institutions are bad and all that and all that. But if you don't have that access to that public office, maybe just maybe you could have run another way, because let's face it, it's the individuals that are there that are being used, right? So depending on who is there at any time T, so that T is going to be variable. So at any time T, that anybody that is, somebody that feel like Ijele has hurt him and he's in that place, and even though he's not pro that country, but he has that opportunity to be in that place, and he's able to use it against Ijele, right? So yeah, Ijele is still in detention, obviously. To my dismay, it's unbelievable. And there's a complete blackout, like, okay, nothing is going on, life goes on, like everybody just doing as if nothing is going on, that kind of a thing. Yeah, I like to say that everything anybody is doing, like, let them remember tomorrow. The worst case scenario is that Ijele will die. And if Ijele die today, that's not the end of it. People will continue to be die. But if it will give them satisfaction that he dies, so all those ones that are in that Nigeria civil service, if it is what we give belly food them and give them belly, like fill their stomach and give them joy that, yeah, this young man have died in jail. The Nigerian government is aiding that by giving that enabling conditioning in the government. So there's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do. So they have that enabling opportunity there. So if it is what we give them joy, I don't know who is clicking angry on this video. Huh? Why are you clicking angry on this video? Afunwa, eh? Ishona Bagara. What will be your problem for this video? Eh? Why are you coming here to come and click a angry sign? Abi your mama die. What will be that? So at the end of the day, if I remember how Ijele dragged Omoto Fufunye, he drag him. Nothing happen. Una country go good, sha. You go too good, you go too sweet. That play, people go just dey get freedom to dey talk anything wey dem see. Yeah. So there was a lot of doings now, like, because me, I'm not pro no more. I know they support I know they talk against anybody, but there were a lot of doings over the week. I shared some of them in the chat. What are we going to say? God bless unknown government, Abi. Maybe that's what they say we should say. So as they are saying that, maybe they see them for the artists, one day that thing that you are aiding, you are also going to be a beneficiary of it. Yeah. Unfortunately, Ijele played into their hands. He walked right into the trap. That's it. They say water no dey carry waste, see in leg. But Ijele allowed them to see in leg. That's the unfortunate thing. But for me, the most painful part is that they are able to use Nigerian institutions, like real-time Nigerian institution. That's the crazy part. People who are collecting salary on the state of Nigeria's behalf. People who are getting salary, allowance, everything. They are wealthy today. They are big man today. They are high status people. that they are using Nigeria institution to be doing this level of corruption and perversion of justice. That is the main issue for me, honestly, because at the end of the day, you can always wish as much as you wish and wish somebody, but if you are not able to have that power or possibility to do that thing you want to do from your heart, then there's nothing you can do. You just have to suck it up. But once somebody is able to actually use law enforcement and legislative institutions, then that's a real problem there. The country is sitting on an implosive device. Yeah, it's just a matter of time. It's going to implode on itself, right? Because it's a free for all, and you even see it, like the story we are covering about a young guy that is in the university. So a lady just came to his mother's shop. They know each other. They are going to school in the same state. And it was raining. The girl decided to take shade in their shop, in their family shop. And the rain is intensifying. The man said she should come inside. That was young man, no, young boy. I will share the picture later on. That's how this guy kpai this girl. No feeling, no humanity. And he still came out and he was pretending he's asking for ransom. He still came out and joined the friends to be looking for that girl. So what can give somebody that level of confidence is because you know that you live in a lawless country, that the legislative are not going to do you anything. That one way or the other they are going to leave you. Like somehow, I believe that this lack of thinking, that lack of like make people no know say if I do this thing and my life don't finish, I no go just feel don't do this thing continue. It makes people to go extreme, to go and do things they are not supposed to do, right? Like this Amaka, in Canada, talk extreme, something you are not, because if she said it in Nigeria, nothing will happen to her. It will be one of those kind of saga, right? Yeah. So, like I said again, I know that the way Jele said it, or the things he said, that kind of a thing, that there could be a question mark to it. But then, according to the law of Nigeria, is the penalty for that indefinite detention, because the crime, so to say, that he committed, is it the kind of crime that a life was lost, money was lost? What is it about keeping him in detention if it is not persecution? You said he bullied you online. He bullied you. But this one that you are doing, using Nigerian government legal institution, using Nigerian police to detain somebody indefinitely, which one is worse? Which one is more of a bullying? Yeah. So yeah, shame on Nigerian judiciary, shame on their police, because it is on them. This is showing the whole world, like, this is how you operate. If I don't like somebody, or if someone is getting on my nerve, I just call the police, pay them some money, go and carry that person. I call a judge, pay him some money, he writes me motion ex parte, I take that person, put him in prison, I throw the paper away. Nobody will know where he is, nobody will know what happened to him, what he has done. So instead of the Nigerian senators to overhaul the penal code that Nigeria is using, because obviously it's not working, it's just all this bureaucracy that is going nowhere, it's not solving any cases, and it's especially what is happening with politicians that are looting funds, because they are never able to get any kind of repercussion for looting public funds. Why? Because the case will drag on for 20 years and something will happen and it will be strike out, and they will say this person can never be tried again. Such things, right? So yeah, the Nigerian judiciary is the burial ground of Nigeria, and as long as it is in the state that it is, I see that they are just improving their salary, increasing it to 300%. That's not going to save it. You need to, ground zero again, redraw, reset, go back to the click the reset button and change the penal code, so that we have some kind of swift system where cases are coming up and closing, and so that people are not spending years and years in detention for not doing anything, for while criminals and looters are roaming free, right? So yeah. Exactly. For example, the case of Chidinma Ojukwu. Chidinma Ojukwu is still in detention. Still in detention. The case is going up and down. The other time, I even saw that she was doing beauty pageant and all those kind of a thing. Like, but the other man, that one is gone. It's not even only her. You know, there's a case I saw on Sunday. They said the woman is a widow. There's a man that called himself a pastor. He came to the woman's house to live there. From there, you know, by the woman's child, right? So, and the issue of buying people, the government have never been able to address it, you know. So all these lengthy years, and then you will come to court, they will not do anything, they will rise, and that court is over, wasting years. And they are promoting them. Oh. People will be in jail. People will come to court. The judge will not come. Nobody will say. They will transfer people to court. The judge will not come. Nothing like. In fact, they are joking. They are joking. They are joking. Yeah. Exactly. So nobody's being held accountable for anything. And then even if you want to hold somebody accountable, the defenders will come. Yeah. So it's a tough one. And at the end of the day, you can't even ask questions. You can't act. You can't, you know. Yeah. So what is anybody going to do? What is anybody going to do? Is to leave them now. Leave them. Let them be doing what they are doing. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to bring this update to you guys as well. Yeah. So I wish I know more. I wish I have more information. Um. Good morning. Yeah. So you remember, you guys, you remember this lady now. Remember this lady that her passport case was, and she said, nothing will happen to me. I am a Canadian citizen. How can they deport me? You remember this case? So, report Harvey, I got this report since yesterday that she has now been arrested, and there's a picture that is flying. As a matter of fact, they said she has now been arrested and yeah, charged to court for hate crime. Yeah. So yeah, this lady said what she said. She thought she is a saga. Like, you know, that you can just say among Nigerians that they'll just be saying very extreme things. But she made it a direct threat to her co-workers, because she's very specifically saying at her job where she's working. And now they are found her. And so in abroad, like here in Germany, if you're making commentary on social media, don't think because you have a strange name that they don't know who you are. They know you, they want you, they will find you. So forget it. So now they have found her and they have charged her to court. And I think for me, the worst thing that can happen to her is if she gets a criminal record. Hey, Otilo, it's like Odendo Onwukama. If you get a criminal record, especially here in abroad, no, 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 it's not good, because that record will hinder you from so many things. Yeah. So there's another video I actually shared. I wanted to get your opinion about that. Good morning, Dominic. I greet you. Yeah. So this is the picture of the. I'm trying to open this picture. So this is the picture of the lady. They said the police, this is the police escorting her. But I don't know if it is her picture, because the picture doesn't really look like her. I don't know. You know, these days Nigerians, they can just form so many stories. But yeah, the story has it that she has been arrested and that she has been charged to court for hate crime. Yeah, but how true it is, I don't know. I really hope for her that she will not get that she learn her lesson and you know, not put herself through that kind of problem that she will be having a record, or she thinks she's fighting for Igbo people. I don't know who sent that, because at the end of the day, a lot of Igbo people are in Yoruba land selling also food. So I don't know. I don't know the wisdom in that. I thought as much. So that picture was flying around. I looked at that picture. I said, that picture is not her, right? Thank you for that confirmation. So I wanted to share this video with you guys. Don't mind me. Oh, I still say I'm not going to say all these things. So, but, somehow the Nigerian country and social media people, they continue to give. They continue to give. So I saw this video. I'm going to show it briefly, but I will let her to talk. So this.
Okay. Maybe if they give me a chance, I will do it. Okay. So tell us, what did you say happened in your life? Yes. I just like that about 5 months or 6 months, I saw that I am pregnant.
Okay.
So when I went to scan say it's pregnant, I was shocked. I said, for what now? I no period for more than 10 years. So why should this kind of miracle fall on me? God said it is me. And there was something that my husband is doing. We are setting a building for church. I and my husband.
Yeah,
on me.
Hear what she said. She said that
10 years. So why should
no
this
period
kind of miracle
no
fall on me? God said it is me.
Yeah.
And there was something that my husband,
like she's saying that at 71 years old, so I feel like this is in line with what we are saying here. Like, because of the failure of the law enforcement and judiciary system of Nigeria, you keep hearing this kind of a thing. Let me tell you, if somebody will come to this Germany today and say this kind of a thing, and it's on social media, first of all, the police are looking for her. Yeah. The social workers, Jugendamt, those people that are responsible for children, child care, welfare, they will be looking for her. First of all, they need to get hold of that baby to confirm the the biological lineage. The biological lineage. So, guys, tell me if I'm being too critical here. Tell me if I'm being too critical, because I know that biologically it's impossible. Like, this is hogwash story. Huh? So she said she's 71 and she doesn't even have menstruation anymore for more than 10 years. So now she's not menstruating for more than 10 years. It means she doesn't have any eggs. She's not ovulating. Her uterine linings are already thinned out like nothing. Like, so from then, out of the blues, she gets pregnant. And then she goes for a scan and they are telling her that it's a baby, that she's pregnant, right? So if it was not in Nigeria, if something like that would happen in Germany, first of all, when the Jugendamt comes in, they will have to establish the biological parenthood of the child. And from there, they will have to try to determine, for example, why, how did it happen? So first of all, once they do that biological test, they test that child, you will see that it's not possible. It's not possible. And then you will see medical professionals, they will come in, like gynecologists, university teaching hospitals. So the Nigerian professionals, everybody that, like, those people that are like professionals in Nigeria, those are the ones that are causing this problem. So you have a country with Nigeria Medical Association, and somebody come out and give this kind of testimony and say this kind of thing openly, carrying a child. And everybody, like, you need to look through the comment section and you will see that, I don't want to be, again, the only single divergent view. But at the end of the day, these things are like things that normally you need to ask questions, like, how? Guys, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? Do you think it's possible for her at 71 years old without having any kind of menstruation for more than 10 years, to spontaneously have pregnancy and give birth to this child at 71 years old, right? So why is the Nigerian Medical Association not coming out? The Nigerian obstetrics and gynecologists not coming out to come and see? Maybe whatever happened to her is a wonder that they need to learn. It's a new opportunity for them to improve their system, to understand something, like, So, and then if this child is not hers, whose child is it? That's the underlying question. That's where the law enforcement comes in. But because they are so stupendously corrupt and they are not capable of doing their work, and you have a country that is just, there, that's why this kind of thing can happen. You want to tell me somebody can come to the USA and tell this kind of story? Miracle no dey tire Jesus. Miracle no dey tire Jesus. So you believe this kind of story? You think this is a viable story? So the question is, when you see something like this, the first thing is, whose child is it? Because this story doesn't. You can only tell this. This is kind of Ajambele stories. And then if it is real, I want to understand how. How was it possible, right? Like they never see now. Maybe it's possible. 71 years old. There's that this is they used to do in Nigeria. They say 70 years old man. This is a 71 years old woman spontaneously carrying a baby and say that she just gave birth to that child. She's the one that gave birth to this child, and she didn't menstruate for more than 10 years. And just like that, boom, she just get belly, and she went to a scan, and they told her that it's pregnancy. And then she born, she push it out, no problem. And they are like, yeah, so it's a miracle baby. Oh, you need to see what people are writing in the comment section. Let me put it up for you. So I wrote here, I say, madam, if you are really 71 years old, you need a DNA evidence to prove that this baby is your own. I'm getting backlash in that because I just shared the link, guys. So they have come, they say, are you looking for your child? Some women and their ancestors come run the DNA test, madam, because you are so into this woman that is telling you this story, and it's so fascinating. It builds into your own fantasy, if I may, and you forget that there could be a real mom looking for her child. There could be a real mom whose child has been robbed, or there is something going on there that needs to be determined, not this story that you are hearing that is very pleasing to your ear. And if it is pleasing to her ears, then we need an evidence that this is a biological product from her. Yeah, but again, we are backing down a wall here. And you need to see, they say, miracle, no, they tire Jesus, oh, praise the Lord, oh, God is too faithful. And that's kind of a thing. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to see where this. I'm on live video. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so anyway, they said I put my phone on silent, but I forgot. Yeah, so you can see, they say, he's a great God, there is nothing like menopause in the sight of God. All glory be to God. So this is the state of mind of our people, and the government is not helping. Like, I don't wish anybody any ill or any bad, but I believe to remove all doubt, if somebody make this kind of claim, I want the the law enforcement, I don't know what agency is responsible for child welfare in Nigeria. They are the one that's supposed to come look it up. I remember way back when I was younger, there was a woman like that in Owerri. I think Owerri. I think it was in the news at that time. She had 7 little babies at that time, and she said she gave birth to them, and they were doing some kind of Thanksgiving with those 7 children. It's something marvelous, like a woman giving birth to 7 children at the same time, right? So there was a lot of news about it. So there was one man that used to do something like live videos of that time. I've forgotten his name. So they have to go and dig this woman, what is really going on. And now they took those 7 children that woman had. She also was running a church at that time. Then they took those 7 children and ran a DNA of the children and the woman. And lo and behold, none of those children was related to themselves. And they were not even related to the woman or her husband. And her husband and her, they were actually not together at that time. They were kind of separated. And the 7 children were not related to each other. They are children from different people. And it was actually very obvious then, because it was television, we were looking at it, but you could just see that like there was really no siblings resemblance or anything like that. 7 children. And so they took those children at that time and put them in the care of, I think maybe Imo State government. I don't know which state, but it was in the Southeast, I remember. And then there was one that happened in Lagos back then also, that a 64-year-old woman came and did a birthday bash that she just gave birth to a baby. And then along the line, when they were doing that party, showing it like a 64-year-old woman gave birth, and then the mother came out and said, "It's my baby." That one happened in Lagos. And they now put the child in the care of the Commissioner of Lagos. One woman came out, I think her name is Kike Lomo, and they were dragging with that mama of 64 years that is their child. Guys, I don't remember exactly but the dates, but it's something that happened in Nigeria many years ago, maybe like 20 years ago, something like that. Yeah. Or not so long ago, honestly. Yeah. So a case like this, if a woman comes up with this kind of story, the tendency is first of all to rejoice with her and say, oh, there's nothing God cannot do. Even at that, like I myself, I continue to say I'm a Christian, but if someone, and having been in the medical field a little bit also, I know that, for example, and biology also, like if someone is coming up with this story and telling me this, that you are, first of all, either you are not 71 years old, maybe she's just 50, right? There are 50-year-old that can still have children, right? Maybe she's 50 and or 51, thereabout, right? And but if she's 50, she cannot say she have not had menstruation for more than 10 years. All those things are like kind of variables about, give and take what is possible. But if you are telling me that you are 71 years old and you spontaneously took in, even without having menstruation, for over 10 years, and you have the baby by yourself and give birth to that baby, right? My first instinct is not to start to kind of say, oh, it's not true or it's not a lie. Like, I need some proof. I need to be assuaged. Yeah, I cannot just accept it. I want to have some proof. Our brother said it happened in 1995, so long ago. The old lady was just saying in Yoruba, it was my I remember that story. Yeah. So you can see now she's carrying this baby. You guys, so many mothers are looking for their children, and we have this problem of what is called baby factory, that young girls are taken advantage of and their children collected from them. So we could be looking at such a case here, and the only way we can assuage that is to use her biological material to confirm the maternity of this child, like that's, yes, she gave birth to this child. We need that that maternity test to say, yeah, she is the maternity, she's the one, this child came from her bloodline, something like that, right? Yeah, or maybe it's her daughter's child. Okay, good, and give and take is still in the same family, right? But to eliminate that fact, that risk fact that there are young mothers who are looking for their children who have been stolen from them. Because I have some videos where some people have been caught, even yesterday, even today. I have a video like that, and the young man had a little boy. He said, Kedebi Siduria, or see, he came and took them from their shop, right? Yeah, so me, I don't understand this your own again. Or I'm not saying what God cannot do does not exist, but prove it to me. Like, I am Thomas Ahonanyekwe, yes. I want some proof. I want some proof. Like, I need to have evidence that yes, you are the maternal, you are the maternal, you are the mother of this child, right? So which hospital did you go to? Where did she birth them? Like, these are questions that, like if it was here in Germany and someone is telling that kind of story, that's the question they will ask her. They'll say, really? What more? Which hospital did you go? Because it will be on record. First of all, there's no record in Nigeria. So anybody can just come and give any story. It cannot happen here because you have a record. You will have a record, and they will run through tests and see. So, she will bring evidence how she's the one that gave birth to this child. Like, this is a clear-cut case for the Nigerian police to come in and affirm the how will I put it, the paternity or the maternity of this child. It needs to be affirmed before we can let this thing slide like that. I don't know how long this has been, but it's incredible that people are able to come to the open to say something like this. So yeah, she said that they are building church and stuff, so she's in the public eye, so they need to verify that for us. We need to have that assurance that yes, this is her biological child, and eliminate that option, that possibility that there is somebody out there looking for their child, and this is that child. I am a Christian myself, but I am also some kind of Thomas Ahonanyekwe. I want to see it. Yeah, I'm not saying what God cannot do does not exist. I am not saying that miracle no dey tire Jesus. No. I want you to prove it to me. When Thomas said, are you the Christ? He said, yes. He said, bring your hand out. He put his hand there where they put we want to see, okay, where they give you the injury. He said, okay, I am that Thomas. I want to see it. Yes. All right, my people, have a great evening. I hope we've been able to have let the conversation continue in the comment section. Yeah, I will see you guys in not too long. Yeah, so these days I'm very busy. I don't know. I'll try my best. Yeah, and this whole thing with Tijele is kind of demoralizing. It's just demoralizing. What can I say? It's just like, I'm somehow like, what can I say, can I para, how much can I para, that kind of a thing. I don't know. Because it's like you're walking in waters, you don't know which area is deep, you don't know which area you're gonna need to be able to swim properly, or you will sink. Please, let's continue to pray for Ijele. All have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. Let God have mercy on him. I pray, because I don't know. I believe that if the penalty for what he has done is detention, I believe he has served that detention for up to 6 months. I think it's enough. So I don't know, those of you that are going to Zion, is it not possible for Zion to forgive Ijele? Is it not possible for them to forgive Ijele? At least they are getting on with their life, living life, doing their thing. You know, like, okay, you are strong, you are powerful, you are connected. I think you have proven that point right now. You are proving it beyond every reasonable doubt that, yeah, you have connection, you are highly octopus, you know, you have people in every sphere of influence doing your bidding. Yeah, it's acknowledged at this point. Is it not enough? Is it not enough? Like when you are calling on God and praying for people, like is it not enough? Where is that forgiveness that they are talking about? Right? They say, forgive us our sin as we forgive those who sin against us. So how have you shown forgiveness for those who sin against you now? Right? Is it not enough? And so those of you that are going to Zion, is it not enough for you to plead and say, okay, it's enough? Those of you that are, I don't know. Yeah, I get you, my brother. Yeah, now he has put himself in the limelight. Yeah, something he was doing, like Ijele was more like a one-man ranger doing something in one corner. My brother, um, nevertheless, I am still a Christian. I will still say, forgive. That's the tenets of religion most of the time. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I don't know. I just feel frustrated, honestly. Yeah. I just feel frustrated. Yeah, my people, thank you so much for being a part of this program. I salute each and every one of every one of you that is on this page supporting me. Guys, don't forget, I am now on TikTok. You can also follow me on TikTok. I think I'm trying to use TikTok to do kind of short videos and not live videos, because I see that I can do live videos and post, record a video and post it easily on TikTok. I will try and do that. So you can also follow me on TikTok. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. All the gonoko siade. Kachifono. Have a good night rest. Good morning, good evening. Udo dirunu.